Today I'm going to teach you how to create this transition using set mats. It's a reveal transition, very easy. And this is the basis of hiding anything with an object and revealing it again. Let's get into it. As always, we'll start with a new comp. I'm going to call this Easy Reveal. Now I'm going to grab my type tool, type again, Easy Reveal. And I'm going to align that to the center of my frame. Open up the character panel. That'll come in handy in a second. We're going to duplicate using Control-C, Control-V. Hit Enter. And I'm going to rename this by adding stroke to it. I'm going to hide the bottom layer of the type. And I'm going to hit this arrow here, the swap fill and stroke. And there we go. We have a nice stroke on that type. If your stroke size is a little bit too thin or too thick, you can highlight your stroke layer and go here and change the number to make it thicker or thinner. I'm going to set mine to 2 pixels. That's how it looks. I'm going to bring back in the fill layer and make sure that nothing is highlighted here. If you have the type or any other layer highlighted, it's going to create a mask once we create our rectangle. So go get your rectangle tool, click on the canvas, drag it, and make sure that the height and width is going to cover your type completely. So we're going to make sure that that works. That works. And I'm going to rename this set mat. And this is going to be for the fill. And we're going to copy and paste it again and rename it. This is going to be for the stroke. Now that I have my rectangles, I'm going to just quickly rename this to fill to avoid any confusion. And we're going to find our set mat inside of effects and presets here. Drag and drop it onto your text layers. Once you have that on your layers, click on each one of them and select the appropriate set mat for it. So in this case, set mat stroke for our stroke layer on the type. We're going to hit the fill here and select set mat fill. The way we have this set up now is that when we are dragging our rectangle down, it's going to reveal the type. But if you want it to work the other way around, all you have to do is click invert mat, and now when we drag our rectangle down, it will hide that layer. But I want it to work the other way around. Now we're going to animate these rectangles to come down and reveal our type and create the animation. And to illustrate that, you guys don't need to do it, but for the example, I'm going to hit T, bring down the opacity on these just a little bit so we could still see where our rectangles are positioned and what they're doing. Highlight them again, hit P for the position, and go to 10 frames, create a keyframe, and now I'm going to go to the 1 second mark of my timeline, click and drag on the Y-axis to bring them down, and now you see it's revealing our layers. Now I'm going to hide my layers, and you can see it's still revealing our type layers. I'm going to go grab my work area bar and just shorten it for this tutorial. Now I want to offset the strokes, so I'm just going to highlight these keyframes and bring them forward a little bit. And now my stroke layer is going to come in before, and then quickly after, the fill layer is going to come in and animate like so. Next thing, highlight all your keyframes, hit F9, bring up the graph editor, highlight these two, and drag them forward like so. Close your graph editor, and now the animation looks like this. So that is how you create an easy reveal. Now for our bonus material, we'll create the transition out, and I'm going to show you how to stylize it just a little bit. We'll drag our work area bar a little further. I'm going to animate the fill first. So to do that, I want this to stay like that for a little bit. So let's say up to 25 here. I'm going to copy and paste this last keyframe. That way it'll hold it. Same thing with this one. Copy and paste it right here. And this is where the fill is going to start animating. So let's say by 15 frames, I want it completely out. So go to your Y and drag it all the way down. And we're going to have the stroke start a little bit after and finish a little bit later and drag this down. And there we go. So now when we play it back, I just changed my keyframes a little bit because I wanted to improve on the animation. This is how it ended up looking like. As a stylistic addition that we can add to this is a strobe effect on the fill to have it come in and blink really fast once it's finished animating in the middle there. Go to your effects panel, type in strobe, and you're going to find strobe light here. Drag and drop it to your fill, your text fill. And the setting that I found works well for this is setting your strobe duration to 0.08 seconds and your strobe period to 0.12. Where it says operates on color, we're going to click on makes layer transparent. Now when you hit the space bar, and it's just gonna blink anytime it's there. So I just want it to happen here. And the way you do that is by keyframing the blend with originals. So I'm gonna keyframe that over here and bring it all the way to 100. And maybe bring it down to 0 here and get it all the way back up to 100. And let's see how that looks. And the last one is a glow effect. So we're just going to type in glow, and we're going to bring that on the stroke layer. Let's see, where's my glow? Stylize glow. Bring that on the stroke. And these compound on themselves, so we're going to bring in another glow. On glow number 2, I'm going to take the glow radius and just bring it up to about 120 to soften it up a bit. And there you have it. And that's that, how to create an easy reveal in After Effects using set mats. It's quick, it's easy, it's very powerful. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. See ya.